everyone. So I decided to open up that big old PR box I got from Estee Lauder with 56 shades of Estee Lauder Double Wear in these little tiny bottles. And I just decided to throw on my vlog camera on a little stand and make this a very informal, almost old school chit chat kind of video. Very basically walking you through how I figure out what foundation shade I am. It's not particularly technical. I don't really get into the weeds, but I was just feeling like putting the camera on and talking to you guys a little bit while I put on my makeup. I don't do the full face of makeup, but I do walk you through putting on my foundation and concealer and powder, and then I had to get dressed, and I gotta run because we're gonna be late for Shane's last football scrimmage of his high school career. I'm filming this on August 23rd, if anyone is wondering. So I gotta put my jewelry on and get out of here because I'm gonna be late. But please keep on watching if you wanna find out what to do with this beast back here with 56 various shades. Obviously, I don't try them all on. And let me know if you like this really casual, really no point to this video at all, but I just wanted to kind of hang out with you virtually. Keep on watching. Okay, we are kicking it back old school, like literally from my earliest days of YouTube when I propped the camera up. I'm not using my DSLR, I'm using an old, just my vlog camera, which is very similar in a lot of ways to my original little Nikon Coolpix. I am skincare prepped. I feel like my headband is falling off. It's not. Okay. So I have 56 bottles of Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I thought this would be a really fun way to show you how I figure out what my shade is. This is not an exact science. So I know I can't really lift this so well because it's really heavy. It's hard to lift because it's heavy, but there's a lot. And I have a feeling that my shade, I smushed my thumb. That part was cut out of the editing. Is on the right side, and I'm just gonna jump in. I have 1 and 2 Ecru. That's my current, what I think is my shade, but I actually think it's a little dark. And I am going to jump down to 1 and 1 Ivory Nude. So let's see. These bottles are very tiny, which is good. And I'm just gonna get a little, I don't wanna waste too much because if it's my real shade, I wanna use it. So that's 1 and 1 Ivory Nude. And I'm just gonna try to find an area where there's not leftover redness. This is really healing quickly. This is a week old and it's already almost gone. Okay, so I'm just gonna go like that. I know that doesn't look great right now. And I'm also gonna show you if I was in a department store, Sephora, Ulta, wherever. Obviously, maybe you don't wanna do this on a fully made up face. Oftentimes the skin on your inside of your forearm, your wrist area, is very similar, not exactly the same, but pretty close to your face, especially in the winter, because this doesn't get a lot of sun. This is actually a little lighter than my actual skin, but we're gonna do it here too. So that is 1 and 1, and as you can see, when I rub it in, you can't see it. So that's a pretty good indication that that might work. Now let's blend it in. Let me find a brush. Let's blend that in. Hi, Rowdy. Can you hear him breathing? Sounds like a prank caller. That's blended in really nicely. I may have just picked a really good color. I will show you that bumped up against my current color, which I feel might be a little bit too dark. Do that right here. See that? See how it, I mean, it's not horrible. I could definitely make it work, but it's not, there is a difference. And when you put it on my wrist, woo, see how it looks orange? That's cute, right? So, pretty sure we can save Ecru for when I'm doing a little fake tanning. And let's get rid of it on my face really quickly. I'm staying in the neutral category for now. This is 0 and 1 Alabaster. This is the most neutral shade, and it's for neutral, and it is the lightest shade in their range. Like, try this side of our face. I mean, I don't think we need to blend this in. This is pretty obvious. It's like, I thought it was the whitest shade. I clearly know. Now, I get a lot of questions, cool tone versus warm tone. My flippant answer is you know it when you see it, but I guess that's obviously not the case. The easiest way to say it is that you will see more of a yellow tone to your skin, obviously not jaundiced, but that warmth of it's a warm undertone, it's a yellowish tone, rosy, more, or cool tone, a little more pink. Well, obviously we all have pink in our skin to some degree because some of us have blemishes that turns up pink, but you know, try to not look at that and just look at the general. I am actually pretty neutral. But I will grab a cool tone and a warm tone and put them right next to each other so you can see what I am talking about. So this is 1W1 Bone. I'm gonna just stripe it right down my face. And this is 1C1 Cool Bone. Thanks, Estee Lauder, for making this easy on us. I honestly can't really see pink here, but I can see yellow here. I don't know if I hope you all can see that. As it's drying down, I can see maybe a little more pink, but you can clearly see the yellow tones, golden undertones here more. But it looks like we have a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And I am, in fact, 1N1 Ivory Nude. I'm going to reapply a little more moisturizer because I've been wiping off all my skincare. So I'm filming this on August 23rd, just FYI. Oops, that's a little much. You don't really need a lot. I have been using Estee Lauder, oh gosh, I think it was one of the first foundations I started using when I started doing YouTube. And I loved it back then. Then I kind of fell out of love with it. And then I discovered that if you put it on with a beauty blender, it shears out and it's a lot prettier at this point in my life. It is great for filming. It's not something I can really wear every single day. It's a little too much. The long wear part, my skin does not love every day. I have dry skin, and I just think any long wearing foundation, I've had the same problem with NARS. I've tried the Lancome Teint Idole, I think it is, the NARS Radiant Longwear one, and a couple other ones that the names escape me. Any of them that I wear consistently day after day, my skin starts to react. So this is not for me something I can wear many, many days in a row, but it's a great foundation for when you know you have to have your makeup has to stay put. So that is why I really do like it, and it will always stay in my collection. It is a little matte, but it's not like flat matte. More, it's a matte satin or demi matte, although I think that's newer. I think the original formula was far more matte. It can give really full coverage. I would say with the Beauty Blender, I built it up in a couple areas, but you know, that was a pretty bad blemish. It has some three-dimensional properties to it, so you obviously can still see it, but covered these up almost all the way, so that's great. The big negative, it's not huge, but it irritates me. Estee Lauder is a lovely company, and this is a not inexpensive foundation. It's, you know, not like Dior or Chanel, but it's up there. This is MAC Radiant Rose, by the way, which is actually the parent company is Estee Lauder. For as much as you're paying for this, why the real deal, here it is, can't come with a pump. This pump is sold separately for $10, which would make this foundation $52, I believe. I mean, really, Estee Lauder? Really? Just sell it with a pump. I mean, I like a lot of things about Estee Lauder, the brand, Estee Lauder, the company. That defies reason. Just let's be fair. Anyway, I'm gonna tap out, so to speak. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep talking for a little bit while I apply my makeup, but then I'm gonna come back at the end and we can chit chat a little bit. Under eye concealer. So, I have no idea when this is going up. I just sort of decided to film this on the fly. But I know I showed this PR package on my stories on Instagram, and I got a whole bunch of, oh my gosh, what are you gonna do with all those bottles? And I was like, I don't know. But the reality is, I kind of do know. So I'd say at least 2/3 of them I will use. I do my friend's makeup. I we are all not the same shade, and a lot of my friends would love to know what shade they are in the Estee Lauder Double Wear, so they all want to come over and swatch. There's not a lot of uses, I think, in this little bottle, so I don't know. Maybe 2 or 3 is my guess. We'll find out. I'll try to update the description box as I do that. And I'll let you know how many uses I got out of my cool, no, Ivory Nude. But like I said, I don't wear this every day, so it might be a little while. Let's see, I'm gonna use my Derma Blend concealer because it is still hot. I don't want my makeup to sweat off. It's not really something I would think to necessarily give to charity because it's a strange, you know, they're not full-sized and they're not sealed. So there may be some question about, you know, sanitation from the recipients. So that would be my only, I'm like, it is, you know, nice. Like I said, I like to do my friends' makeup, and then like Shane's friends that are girls, they like me to do their makeup sometimes, like for homecoming and prom. So in that case, I kind of like having this in my stash, so to speak. So no matter who walks in my door or where I am, I can, you know, there's 56 shades, well, minus mine, 55 shades to choose from. So I think it's kind of neat to have all of them at hand. Under eye. Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. So anyway, I thought that would be fun to just kind of hop on real quickly and kind of show you, you know, what you're looking for when you're kind of looking for a foundation shade. If you're in a department store or somewhere, you know, where you have a full face of makeup on and you don't want to take all your makeup off, you can always try swatching the inside of your arm. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but you can get a pretty good guess. Or like right here on your neck is another pretty good indication, but usually your neck is a little bit darker than your face. So between the 2 areas, you'll be able to get a very educated guess. If you're in a drugstore where they can't swatch, maybe an idea would be to take a bottle of a shade that you, well, I'm holding up the wrong shade, hang on. Would be to grab a product that you know matches you and then hold it up to see if they line up. Is another tip. I think by now, if you're watching makeup videos, you generally know that when you are trying to see if a foundation is right for you, when you blend it in your skin, if you can't really see it anymore, then you know you found the shade that matches you. I just thought it would be kind of fun to just hop on to a quick little, very casual, old style chit chat kind of video, very informal, just feeling a little nostalgic as we get to the beginning of the school year, the end of the summer. I'm about to watch Shane's last football scrimmage before the real football season starts. As I'm sitting here, I am, I think 20-something subscribers away from 100,000, which is something that I never ever thought I would even remotely get close to. So I don't know, I just felt like pulling out the camera and just chit-chatting. So there's like not some full circle point to this video. I just wanted to say hi and film a little bit while I threw on a little bit of makeup. But thank you for hanging out with me. I'm gonna set this makeup. It really doesn't need to be set, but especially if you have dry skin. But I feel like any powder that I put over a foundation just glides on a lot better if you put some kind of powder on first. I am a little concerned about sweating and glistening, but this is such a sort of matte foundation that I like to have some luminosity in the powder I use. I'm reaching for that, sorry, I'm a little itchy, Hourglass Luminous Light and Ambient. And I'm focusing mostly on this area, the lower cheek, I'd say, because I do a lot of placing my hands there or holding my phone up there, and that's where my foundation will, it's not like I'm gonna get oily or greasy there, but that's where the foundation tends to rub off. So that's where I slap the powder on, so to speak. So that is it. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of my look, but it's gonna be very simple. My hair's gonna be in a baseball hat. I'll be in a tank top and shorts because it's 102 with the heat index, I believe. So anyway, let me know how you liked this video. If you don't mind the very informal chit chat that really has no point. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.